Hi Scorpio, welcome to your May read. You had such an insanely positive end of April read. I can't wait to see what comes in for you for May. So I've already shuffled all my decks. I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards to start with. So from the Enchanted Forest Oracle, we have Pine. Wow, I haven't seen this one. Take a moment to pause and appreciate the simple things in life. That's really beautiful. I think it's a good message for everybody, but obviously specifically meant for you for this month, Scorpio. Now, from our Spirit Animals Oracle, wow, we have the tiger with fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Whoa, that definitely seems to embody the kind of energy I was feeling for you at the end of April, Scorpio. Wow, that's really, really powerful. Two really special messages for you to oversee this read. Now I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread using the Rider-Waite Tarot, and then I'll pull clarifiers using the Wild Reflections Tarot deck. So let's see what's coming in. I have already shuffled these cards. I'm just putting your energy into them. Okay, heart of the spread. Ooh, we have the Eight of Pentacles crossed by the High Priestess. Interesting. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the spread. Sorry, in position. There we go. Recent past. Eight of Swords. That's interesting. Four of Cups in the crown. Five of Pentacles in your near future. What is going on, Scorpio? Three of Swords in your advice. Wow, okay, this is a big shift from your end of April read. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and your outcome is strength. Well, it's definitely building your strength. That's really powerful. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So along with those oracle cards, that's the energy overseeing the read. Knight of Cups is a really positive energy. There's sort of something about wearing your heart on your sleeve involved with that. There's a positive emotional connection going on. I feel like you're very open emotionally at the moment, but there's a strength in there as well. I'm going to feel a little more into that. I might even pull some clarifiers on that, but there's a lot going on in this read for you, Scorpio. Like I said, it's a very different read to your end of April read. So I'm not sure what's been going on for you, but something has shifted. Your recent past, you had the Eight of Swords. Something has happened that's made you feel a little bit trapped. You're a bit trapped in your thoughts, but this is something this is somewhere you've put yourself. She can actually walk away from that. She's blindfolded herself, and those swords are not surrounding her. Her feet are free. She can walk away. So whatever this is, it's definitely a mental struggle that's not actually as imprisoning as you might believe. I keep coming back to this pine. My eyes keep getting drawn back to it. Take a moment to pause and appreciate the simple things in life. I feel like that's the key to getting yourself out of this state of feeling a bit trapped. I almost feel like you've been doing something that's just involved a lot of your mental focus, and you can't stop thinking about it. It's sort of keeping you in a bit of a trapped state of consciousness. Maybe you've been a bit caught up in the news lately, done a bit of doom scrolling, and it's just kind of weighing on you a lot, but it's not something that's directly causing you to be in this state of imprisonment and entrapment. It's actually something that you can break out of. I'm not saying that the things in the news are not affecting you in some way, but this state of being trapped is actually going on in your thought space. You can actually control that. Okay. In the heart of your spread, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So there's something you've been working on, and what I'm getting is you're really proud of it. And you deserve to be. This is you mastering some kind of skill, some kind of work, some hobby, some project, even something within yourself. You've been working really hard, and you deserve to be proud of yourself because you're making really good progress, and people are starting to acknowledge this. And even if you're not getting the acknowledgement around you, you feel really good in yourself about how far you've come with this. I'm just getting keep going, as this is going to pay off. It's going to be really, really good. We're going to look at that Five of Pentacles because this feels like it's related to this mindset. There's sort of a poverty mindset rather than an actual occurrence in your external reality. But keep going with this Eight of Pentacles. The High Priestess in your challenge position feels to me, again, that it's related to this Eight of Swords. Your intuition actually feels like it's quite strong, but you're not listening to it, or you're not trusting it, or you're not recognizing it. So I'm feeling like you're getting a lot of intuitive nudges about things, and you're actually not paying attention to them, or you're not trusting them, or recognizing that it is actually your intuition telling you something rather than your thoughts just like rabbiting on as usual. With this with this Knight of Cups overseeing the read, I feel like you do actually need to connect to your heart space a bit more in order to hear your intuition. That's not always the case. Sometimes our emotions get in the way of our intuition if they're too loud, they're too intense. But in this case, it feels like your heart will guide you towards your intuition, your intuitive voice. So if you can pay attention to that, you'll actually start to be able to hear that intuitive voice, and you'll be able to see your way through what's going on here. Crown of your read, you've got the Four of Cups. Yeah, you've closed off your heart to something specific is what I'm getting, because you are actually quite open heart-wise, emotion-wise, in general. That's the feeling, the flavor that I got with that Knight of Cups. But there's something specific that you're refusing to acknowledge, or you're not letting yourself be open to, and you're actually aware of this. It's like they're very deliberate, because this is in the crown of your read. There's something you very deliberately closed yourself off to, and that's fine. Like, if that's what you need to do, then that's fabulous. But I am feeling like there is something else that wants to come in. So as long as you're aware that you're doing this, that you are closing yourself off to something very specific, then you should be able to adjust your energies, adjust your emotional state to allow in this new thing that wants to come in. Because you've got this sort of heart on your sleeve energy with that Knight of Cups. I feel like you're ready to offer the world your heart, but there's a little bit of being in your own head and getting a little bit overly cautious that has caused you to very deliberately close off to something. It's a really interesting energy. I'm going to pull some more on this. There's a lot of stuff going on here, as I said, but whatever this is that you've closed yourself off to, it feels like you feel you need to do this at this time, and that's fine. You're aware of it. Just as I said, just make sure this doesn't become a habit. So know that you're closing yourself off to this specifically, and when it's time, reopen to it if that's the way to go, or keep yourself open to other things around you. So it doesn't stop the flow of energy. It doesn't become a habit. I love this, the base of your read, you have this Ace of Pentacles. So this is the hidden aspects. This is something that hasn't fully manifested yet. It's under the surface. You've planted the seed for something. The universe has given you some kind of gift. There's something that's blossoming below the surface that hasn't fully materialized yet. But I saw this tiger again, and what I'm getting is that you have this fiery power that's ready to emerge, but at the moment it's just under the surface. It's not quite ready to burst onto the scene just yet, and that's because there's some other things going on. But this is ready for you. This is waiting. The seed has been planted. This offering has been given from the universe. The gateway is open. It just needs a little bit more time to blossom, to come to the surface. Now, with the Five of Pentacles in your near future, as I said, there is something about this poverty mindset that's related to this Eight of Swords. I'm feeling like this is actually a bit of a deception that's going on within you, which is why you need to break out of this Eight of Swords. It's like you've listened to all the news going on and you suddenly feel like you're poverty stricken, you've been left out in the cold. There's just this sort of that apocalyptic mindset, like everything's gone wrong kind of mindset. What this Five of Pentacles wants to tell you is that these are on a stained glass window of a church, so everything you need is inside. Go within, you will find the peace, the sanctuary, the warmth. Everything you need is within. You actually have a lot more than you realize. And this pine, again, is reminding you to appreciate the simple things in life. Find the joy in those small moments, those small precious things. You had this in April. There was something in April that allowed you to recognize how big and powerful you really are. And there's just been some shift in your mental state that's making you see the world through a poverty mindset. This pine is reminding you that if you can find little moments, simple, precious little moments in your life that bring you gratitude and joy, you'll start to recognize that actually there's a lot of big things around me that bring me joy as well. There's a lot of big things that are actually really positive going on. I feel like there might be some resistance with some of you because you are in this poverty mindset, this Eight of Swords energy, where you are a bit stuck in this Eight of Swords imprisonment within your consciousness. And that's okay. If I can get through to some of you to let you know that these cards are telling me there is more here than you realize, that's great. If I can get through to something, because you are this tiger, you have this power, this incredible fiery power. You can break through this. If you really trust your heart, that's what this Knight of Cups is there for. Trusting your heart, finding your intuition and tapping into that inner energy that lets you move through all of this. Yeah, this Three of Swords in your advice position, it's saying exactly what I already said. Going into your heart space. This is your mind. The swords are the mind, the thoughts going into the heart. They're piercing this heart. So the advice is send your thoughts to your heart. Get them out of your head and into your heart. Process whatever grief might be going on. Process whatever this mindset is that you've sort of locked yourself into. Find your joy again in this Eight of Pentacles. All this work you've done, you should be joyful and proud of this work. Keep working on it, because that is going to help you reconnect with this heart space and with your intuition. There's so much more going on for you than I think you actually realize. The world is a crazy place at the moment, and it is kind of easy to lose sight of the good things we have going on. And that's what I feel this read is about, is letting you know that you actually have some pretty special stuff going on, and you just need to sort of get out of your head a bit and get back into your heart space, connecting with your intuition, and then you'll be able to find this joy and this love that you are, and you'll be able to bring this fiery tiger back to the surface and manifest whatever this is that you've started the process of manifesting. In your external factors, you have the Two of Pentacles. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. This feels like there's a bit of toing and froing around you. You're getting different pieces of information. You're weighing things up, but other people are. It's like you're hearing two sides of the story, and everyone's so passionate about both sides, and it's sort of throwing you off balance. You do need to know this is an infinity symbol that he's got around those pentacles. This could go on forever, which is why you need to break out of this mindset, with this Eight of Swords energy. It's kind of the nature of this strange reality that we live in, that these cycles just keep going and going and going and going. There's always going to be something to complain about. There's always going to be some kind of hardship in the world, but there's also always going to be some kind of beauty. There's also always going to be love. There's always going to be friendships and connections, and the pets that we love, and the projects that bring us joy. All of these beautiful things. There are going to be beautiful things. There are going to be hardships, and it's up to you to choose which one you focus on. So yeah, if you can break out of that Eight of Swords, you'll actually get into that heart space and find the beauty around you. And you want this, you want the action. This is the Queen of Wands in your hopes and fears position. You want to be back in that state of power that you had towards the end of April. You want to be back in that positive, joyful, fiery, vibrant energy that you had, that little bit of magic that was coming in, that sunflower, which is representative of the sun, that joy and that passion and that success. And you have that. You are this tiger. You have this fiery energy. It just is currently a little bit blocked by it's just a thought pattern. And I know I'm saying it's just a thought pattern because they can be really, really powerful and stubborn and strong. But you are in charge of it. Remember, she can walk away from these swords because she's actually, her feet are free. She's actually in charge of her freedom. And you can break free of this as well. Check in with your heart, find that intuition, and move above the chaos and the noise and the poverty mindset and all the nonsense that's going on around you. And ultimately you are going to be successful because you had the strength, the powerful card, the strength in your outcome. So powerful. This is victory over the ego. And this, she's also got an infinity symbol. This is the infinity symbol that you want. This is the power that you want to continue for eternity. You don't want this infinity symbol where it's just like constant battles, one and the other, and then back and forth and up and down. This is the forever that you want. This is the victory over the ego, the strength and the power and bringing that fiery tiger energy to the surface. You are going to be fine with that in your outcome. You're going to overcome this with no problem. Just know that this is going on and that you do have the power to overcome it. It's an interesting time, and it's an interesting energy that's coming through here. But with everything that I saw in your end of April read, you've got such positive things coming in, and I'm not worried at all, especially with that strength card in your outcome. Let me pull some clarifiers for you. I'm going to pull on that Four of Cups first. Wow, you have the King of Wands as the clarifier. The King of Wands with the Queen of Wands, that's a real power couple. The other thing with this King of Wands, in this particular deck, he is the only king that's actually sitting in a throne. And with the world behind him, there's a big flavour of the Emperor. The Emperor in this deck is a funny guy. He's a bit more of a wild card, but this one has more of a flavour of the Emperor. He's the ruler of his world. He's the one in charge, and this is saying to me that you are definitely the one that's chosen to block yourself off from whatever this is that you felt you need to block your heart off from. You've chosen to do this for a very specific reason. You're in charge of it. You've taken the action to make this happen. As I said before, just make sure you don't make it a habit, but whatever it is, you seem to be all over it, especially with that King of Wands. Let's see what else we've got. We have the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords. Yeah, this feels like this is someone that's been in your life that's not been healthy for you with that Seven of Swords. There's been maybe a bit of deception. Someone's just causing a bit of trouble, someone's trying to stir up trouble, and you're just blocking them from your life. The Two of Swords this is actually really interesting. I'm feeling like you're doing the right thing up here with whatever this person is, whatever this situation is. You've tapped into your intuition for this. You know what you need to do, and you've done it. You might not be able to see clearly. You're blindfolded, but you're shooting straight. You know exactly what needs to happen, and you're making it happen, and it's the right thing to do because you need this situation or this person blocked from your life at this time. So if you can do that for this situation, you can absolutely do it for whatever's going on in there with the Eight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and that Two of Pentacles energy. So whatever this is, you're doing exactly the right thing, and you know it. It's in the crown of your reed, so you know exactly what you're doing. You know it's the right thing to do. You've trusted your intuition up here. We just need to get your intuition active and your heart active as well to move through these sort of lower energies down here. Let's have a look at this Five of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, okay. So we had the Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles come out. So yes, you do need to trust your intuition, trust that higher knowledge, that higher wisdom. The Queen of Swords, she's calling in the spirits. This is about, the swords are about clarity and truth and intelligence and wisdom, and the Queen of Swords is also about tapping into higher wisdom, higher intuition, higher knowledge. So you really do need to trust your knowledge, trust your intuition, trust yourself. You've got to stop paying attention to the stuff that's going on around you and in your head, all the noisy thoughts, and tap into your higher knowledge, that higher wisdom. This is, again, it's referring back to that High Priestess energy. You really need to open your heart up and get into that. Look, I'm saying you need to do this. You don't need to do anything. You do whatever you like. I'm just saying this is what the cards are showing. They're all saying to tap into your intuition and your higher knowledge, because you do know how to get out of this. You do know how to break out of this sort of poverty mindset, because this is not an indication of poverty at all. It's like this Four of Pentacles is saying, it's like, again, you're feeling a state of poverty. You're trying to hold tight. You're trying to pinch pennies, you're being a little bit thrifty, and this is kind of the miser card. There's nothing wrong with being cautious and careful with your finances, especially given the state of the world right now. But what this is suggesting to me is that you might be holding a little too tight, which means you might be blocking the flow a little bit. You definitely need to, I mean, I'm very thrifty. I'm very cautious with my money. So I do understand that approach to life and to the world. But there's a difference between being careful and being so tight that you're actually blocking the flow. And that's where you need to find the balance a bit. So you need to sort of tap into your intuition a bit to figure out how you can move forward without going into a state of poverty. I'm not feeling that you are moving into that space. There's something that's shifting around you. It's definitely the mindset that needs to shift, though. That poverty mindset is sort of keeping you a bit trapped. One more card for this Five of Pentacles. Remember, this is just the near future, and it does feel like it's a very short space of time that this is going to happen in. And then you're going to be out the other side with that Strength card. I also feel like there may be some of you that are really, really struggling financially. And for you guys, I'm so sorry. Trust me, I've been there. I was living in a tent for a long time. I know what it is to be actually, literally in a state of poverty. And for you guys, all I can say is what I'm feeling from the cards is that there is something shifting for you. Everything I've said so far already is still relevant. You still need to break out of a mental state that's keeping you trapped in that state of poverty. But in terms of the material world, I am feeling a shift coming for you. It feels like it's sort of a gentle turn of the wheel. Things are starting to slowly shift. That's what this Ace of Pentacles is. It's wanting to come to the surface. It just does need this mental state to shift as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, look, we've got this is so beautiful. As I was saying that we've got two queens. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. This is all about that heart space and the material. So you've got three queens. That is I don't know if I've ever pulled three queens one after the other there. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. This is trusting your intuition, grounding yourself, and connecting with your heart. All of these things are going to help you move out of this state of holding on too tight and trusting that the universe is going to shift things for you. It's just creating a little bit of space so that this Ace of Pentacles can come to the surface. Just a little bit of space in your mind, in your heart, and in your energy so this Ace of Pentacles can rise, can manifest. I'm actually feeling really positive about this. I hope I've been clear enough. It does feel like whoever might listen to this is feeling a little bit skeptical or a little bit stuck and doubtful that this might actually happen. But I mean, I don't choose the cards that come out. They come out when they want to come out. And that's definitely what I'm feeling and what's showing up for me. This is a mental state of restriction and imprisonment and poverty mindset, and it is all going to shift. Just give yourself that little bit of space, connect in with your heart, ground yourself, and trust that intuition. You'll create that space within you to allow this Ace of Pentacles to come to the surface. I want to look at the Strength card. I want to see if there's anything more it can tell me about what's coming with this outcome. I think I got enough for that Three of Swords for you guys to go forward. But let's see what this Strength card is offering. Okay. The Ten of Wands. Oh, that's fantastic. In this deck, this is the end of the harvest. He's almost completed his harvest and he gets to reap the rewards. It's the ending of a cycle and the starting of something new. The end of the cycle in this case is the end of the harvest, the starting of something new. He's got all of these crops that can support him and feed him for the rest of his life if he wants it. And the other two cards that popped out were the Two of Wands and the Fool. This is really, really special. I love this. So This is in your outcome position. You are ending a cycle. You're starting something new, which is this Fool card. This is the brand new adventure. You're about to embark on something brand new. So you're opening the gateway, allowing this Ace of Pentacles to come to the surface. You've got this strength that is, it's like moving through all of this. You're in a really strong, powerful position to start something new. This tiger is coming to the surface as well. And then this Two of Wands, the world is at your fingertips. You've got, this is right at the beginning. I mean, the Fool card is the card 0. It's not even a 1. So you're right at the very beginning. And that's the same with the Two of Wands. It's right at the beginning of the journey. There's an element of the past still lingering, but the future is laid out before you, world at your fingertips. You can choose to turn your back on the past and move forward, and you are ending a cycle and starting something new. I love this. This is such a positive outcome for you. And you've got the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Really beautiful, beautiful card. This is strength, stability, spirituality. This is someone who is really grounded in their reality and building structures that allow them to create the life that they want with a connection to spirit, connection to their inner self. So after moving through all of this, everything I was saying to you about connecting with your heart, with that Knight of Cups overseeing the whole read, connecting with your heart, connecting with your intuition, this Hierophant is telling me that by the end of May, that's where you'll be. You'll be in a really strong position. You'll have built this inner structure that allows you to move forward with groundedness, stability, connection with your spirit, connection with your heart, and you'll create space for this tiger to come up, this Ace of Pentacles to manifest. I'm really, really excited for you, Scorpio. It's a little bit of a tough go about breaking through these thought patterns, but it's looking absolutely incredible for the end of it. Such a positive new adventure. I'm going to pull 3 final message cards for you using the Rider-Waite Tarot to send you off on your amazing adventure through May. Okay, the Four of Swords wanted to come out. This is about taking time out, rest, recuperation. He's got his hands in the prayer position over his chest, connecting with those 3 swords. This is connecting with your heart and your intuition, receiving these spiritual downloads. In the top corner there, this is receiving spiritual guidance. Really, it's just reiterating everything I've said. Take time out, go within, connecting to your heart. He's got his hands over his heart. Connect with your heart with that 3 of Swords, with that Knight of Cups, and trust that intuition. Trust those spiritual downloads when they come to you. Things are changing. The Chariot just popped out. That's about you steering your own destiny. This is where you're moving. You are in charge of this. You are the one that can move away, can break free of those ropes that are binding you in that 8 of Swords. This is very exciting. I'm really excited. This is showing me everything that I was seeing through those earlier cards. It's telling me, yep, this is what you need to do. Just take time out. You're in charge of your destiny. You made it happen up here. That 4 of Cups. Sorry, what was the card? Yeah, 4 of Cups. You made it happen up here. That King of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and that 2 of Swords. You made it happen for this situation. You can do the same for everything else that's going on in your life. All right. We had 3 cards. They all wanted to come out together. So we have the Ace of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. This is so exciting. Remember I said the 2 of Wands, the very beginning of the journey. This 3 of Wands, the next step. You're on the threshold of starting this journey, and you're going to be victorious with that 6 of Wands. This is about celebration, recognition, victory. This is a victory. And this Ace of Swords, this is new inspiration. This is piercing the crown chakra, something coming in from the universe. This is like a divine inspiration, new ideas that are sort of a gift from out of the blue, and it is going to set you up for this new adventure, whatever this new adventure is. And ultimately, you are going to be victorious. What an awesome card to end on, that 6 of Wands. It's victory. That is the name of that card, victory. I'm really excited for you, Scorpio. It's a big month, but you're going to get through it really, really well. Have an amazing time.